Have you ever been asked to demonstrate your skills during a UX job interview? Maybe it was in front of a whiteboard with the interviewer present. It's scary to try to resolve an unfamiliar situation in front of an interviewer. We surveyed UX hiring managers and interviewers where we probed how they evaluate job candidates. 63% of respondents reported using situational questions in their job interviews. These questions test your professional judgment and problem solving ability, and you're likely to encounter them when you apply to UX jobs. Fortunately, there's a technique to help you develop effective answers. Remember the acronym METEOR: Muse, Inquire, Theorize, Endeavor, Outcome, and Recap, to pace yourself and help you remain thoughtful and thorough during these stressful questions. Let's practice using Meteor to answer a situational question for a UX designer job. You recently joined an agile product team as a UX designer. Over the past several sprints, you've been surprised by being given design solutions from the product owner, asked to prototype and improve their visual fidelity, and then hand them off for development. You learn from colleagues that product management and engineering created these designs in meetings you weren't invited to attend. What, if anything, would you do? First, request a moment to muse on the situation. Resist the urge to avoid awkward silences by making empty statements about how good the question is or rushing in the problem solving. Make the request that sounds something like this: May I have a few moments to think about the situation? Take a breath and consider, what skills or abilities is this situation testing? Making a reasonable assumption of what the question is testing will help you craft a more compelling answer. If a whiteboard or there's paper available, write the letters METEOR across it with plenty of space to start planning your response, and scan any other background materials provided by your interviewer. Next, inquire your interviewer for a few additional or clarifying details. Do you notice any ambiguities or gaps? Even if the interviewer can't give you more information, your questions signal your problem-solving process. You might sound like this: Has this team collaborated with a UX designer before? Who schedules these meetings and who attends them? Do I have visibility into the team's product backlog? Then theorize. Based on the facts provided, speculate and theorize on the contributing factors and make reasonable assumptions. Don't let missing information prevent you from giving a complete answer. State your assumptions and explain why you think they're reasonable. Like this: Let's assume this team is unfamiliar with working with the UX collaborator. They may be unaware of the benefits of testing designs. The product's visual design may be a weakness they want to remedy. And being new, I likely have underdeveloped relationships. Now describe the endeavors you would personally undertake to resolve the situation. This is also the step to sketch on the whiteboard or paper if the situation has an interface element. Refer to specific techniques or skills when possible. Something like this: I want to build trust, so I won't demand radical changes up front. I'd gently confirm if I'm invited to all the team meetings. I'd focus on starting one-on-one sessions with product management and engineering leads. I'd also look ahead in the backlog and identify a high-risk feature that may benefit from usability testing. I'd introduce the technique to them over a lunch and learn session. Next, connect how your endeavors should achieve specific beneficial outcomes and how you would measure them. If difficult trade-offs were necessary to resolve the situation, describe how you'd mitigate negative consequences. For example, by gaining the trust of my colleagues, I'll have more opportunities and more time to contribute value. When the team experiences the impact of testing designs, they'll see how it helps deliver better outcomes with less risk and be more open to substantial changes to their workflow. And finally, give your interviewer a recap of your answer. A quick summary can help your interviewer fully appreciate your response, since answering these questions can take time. You'd start something like this: Let's quickly recap my theories, endeavors, and desired outcomes. Don't let panic cause your UX job prospects to burn up in the atmosphere. Instead, shine brightly in your job interviews by using Meteor to deliver great answers, and make your wish for a new UX role come true.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of our UX videos, take a look at these over here and consider subscribing to our channel. On our website, nngroup.com, you can access our free library of over 2,000 articles. You can also register for one of our UX courses that offer live hands-on UX training.